Are you afraid you're wasting your time on the wrong guy? Well, your boundaries might be to blame. Bad boundaries can let guys walk all over you and take advantage of you. Don't let this happen to you. Stick around and find out how you can use your boundaries to make sure the guy you're dating is the right one for you. I get asked by clients all the time how to know if the guy they're dating is the right one or the one. It feels frustrating not to know and like you're wasting your time on a guy who may not be right for you. Often you have a feeling that something is off, but you just can't figure out what it is. And a lot of the time, it comes down to boundaries. To find out more, let's go visit our favorite fictional friend, Sally, our lady in search of love. Sally has been dating Jack for a bit, and it's going okay. They've had some fun dates, and they mostly get along, but Sally feels like Jack can be kind of pushy about stuff. She usually brushes it off, but the other night, it was way worse than normal. Sally was finishing some notes on a presentation she was giving at work the next day, and Jack came over to hang out. Jack knew she had to finish her presentation, and he knows that for Sally, work has to come first. She's told him many times to leave her alone when she's working, but he just kept bothering her and generally was a pest during the evening. He made jokes and side comments, trying to get her to blow off her work and fool around a bit. At first, Sally tried to just laugh it off and not make a big deal, but Jack just wasn't getting the message. So she was more firm and asked him to watch Netflix or something until she was done. But still, Jack kept bugging her. Eventually, she had enough and said, "No, stop it." And then he had the gall to act all hurt and start sulking around. So she told him, if you're going to be this way, just leave. If you think Sally made the right decision, hit that thumbs up and let me know. The next day, Sally tried to talk to Jack about what had happened, but Jack just doubled down. He said she was being too sensitive and acting crazy, and he was just trying to have some fun, and why did she have to get all worked up about it? Jack even said that she must have been PMSing or something. Let's pause here. Have you ever felt like Sally or been in a conversation similar to this one? Tell me in the comments below if you have. And if you haven't guessed already, Jack is a giant pile of red flags. But you're a smart, high-value woman, so I bet you've picked up on that already. Good job. You, like Sally, deserve better than guys who act like Jack. This kind of behavior is not okay. And Sally is right to enforce her boundaries here. In this scenario, Sally had a boundary called work is important to me, and work comes before play because her job means something to her. That is a very reasonable boundary to set, especially for someone who's just starting out. Boundaries make sure you're heard, respected, and taken care of. Boundaries keep you safe from people with bad intentions. But Jack did not respect her boundary. He pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and didn't listen to Sally trying to hold firm to what was true for her. If you, like Sally, find that your boundaries are being pushed in ways that make you feel unheard or disrespected, that is a red flag. In this example, Jack is asking Sally to not do the work she needs to for her presentation. This shows us that Jack is more interested in what he wants than what Sally wants and needs and what her boundaries are. Her job is important to her and she values it. The more he pushes her boundaries, the more he distances himself and the redder that particular flag that he's holding gets. In a high-value relationship, you and your guy should respect each other's boundaries and be able to have a conversation about them. Sally did the right thing by not caving to Jack's demands. By being strong about your boundaries, like Sally, you'll make sure that you aren't walked all over, taken advantage of. And any guy that acts like Jack is full of red flags and is wasting your time. Jack is not a great match for Sally. They've only been dating a little while and he's already treating her badly. If this is where he's starting, his behavior is only going to get worse over time. And now I hear you asking, but Jonathan, what happens if he breaks my boundaries? Do I have to break up with him right away? Well, gentle viewer, boundary breaks do happen, even in the best relationships. Challenging boundaries in general is normal. It's okay to push a little at boundaries a few times, especially when you're trying to figure out what they are. What happens afterwards is most important, though. Does your guy apologize, take responsibility, act better the next time. Those are actually green flags that show that you and your partner are having good conversations about your boundaries. Or does he act like Jack and keep pushing and then refuse to respect your boundaries and even make fun of you for it? Red flags all the way. If you want to know how to create good boundaries for your relationships, I made a video all about that. Click the link in the description below. Remember, the right relationship and the right guy won't just show up out of nowhere. It will take work. By being confident in yourself, you can honor your boundaries, express what you want, and stand for the way you deserve to be treated. Then you are much more likely to find the partner who is right for you because you know who you're looking for and what you want. And you won't waste your time on guys who aren't.